Hey everyone, it's Friday night. We made it all the way to Friday night. And it's late Friday night, so pretty sure it's not Saturday morning yet, but it's late Friday night. How is everybody? I have an interesting topic to talk about today. It's going to just how to be grateful when everything is stacked against you. How to smile when you break your toe. Or just about, hey Connie, how are you this evening? I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad you're here. How are you? Okay, so I do a lot of posts about being grateful and maintaining gratitude and pretty much, being a positive person because I normally am a positive person. But some days it's tough. I'm not even going to kid you. I'm not joking. It's really tough. And like my day, actually, I feel like it started yesterday. Like I come home and I was in so much pain that I went to give myself a shot. And I wasn't paying attention to giving myself the shot. And like seriously had all the weight on the one hip. And so I was like, it just made a knot. And he made the pain even worse. So like that was the start of it. And it kept me up all night. Like literally every time I would fall asleep, I would wake up in pain. Like I was like, I can't even hardly deal with this. And so, but I was like, okay, well, it's just a little thing. I mean, you can get through that. I mean, you get a little uncomfortable, but it's okay. And then get up this morning and the day continues. Like I have not been to sleep yet. And I am getting so tired, and it just is like all day it seemed like things just did not work out. And I'm in the 14-day challenge, which most of you know. And in this 14-day challenge we have contests, and so I was trying to update the contest, trying to update my information, one of my videos to the contest. And I was doing it here at the house, and it had 4 hours till the contest closed. And so I was like, okay, I can do this. 4 hours. If I just go ahead and do it and don't postpone it, I can do it. So I'm sitting here, and an hour later, I'm still trying to update this. And I'm like, okay, maybe it must be my internet. I live like 20, 30 minutes from town. I had been in town all day. And when I mean in town all day, I mean in town. Like I was in town before 9 this morning, and I got home at like 7 o'clock. So I did not want to drive all the way back to town to find some good internet. But I did it because I wanted to really do this. I don't like putting things off. You've got to get your stuff done. You got to do it. So I did it. I drove all the way back in, and we sat at McDonald's, got like a sweet tea and a couple things. I sit there and we're doing it. Okay. The time expires and I still couldn't get the tracker updated. I still couldn't get it updated. And I was like, oh my God, 4 hours trying to update one thing. I was like, okay, on a Friday night, it was not a fun thing. It was just sitting there. And before we left to go to town, I was not paying attention to what I was doing, of course, because I was trying to do the other thing, and I hit the table so hard, I swear I've broken my toe, because that sucker is gigantic, and it hurts so bad. And I was trying to drive into town with this broken toe and do all this updating, and I was like, yeah, it was just the craziness that happens in the day. And you know how it gets. It's like one thing happens, it's like another thing happens, it's like another thing happens. And with the end, you're like, and so I am like crying. I'm losing it, crying. And my son turns to me and he goes, Mom, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Everything is going to be fine. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be fine. I know. And he's like, no, 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 Mom. Remember what you told me about the donkey? Remember what you told me about the donkey? And I'm like, oh my God. Yes, I remember. Because we had talked about the donkey in the well. And I don't know if you guys have heard this story. But there's a donkey and he falls into the well. And the farmer goes to check on him. And he's like, I can't get him out. Hey, Jeannie. Hi, girl. Hey, Kim. Hey, Prentice. So the farmer goes to get the donkey out. And the donkey's weak. And so he's like, it's not worth my time. This poor donkey's going to die. He's just going to die. So he goes and gets a shovel. And he starts scooping dirt in there to the donkey. Well, the donkey just shakes it off each time. I mean, each time the farmer shoves in the dirt, the donkey shakes it off. Well, as he's shaking it off, he's packing dirt underneath him. And so what he's doing is he's riding over or overcoming all the obstacles that would have buried him. And he just keeps shaking it off. No matter what, he just keeps shaking it off. And finally, there's so much dirt in there, he just walks right out of the well and goes home. So I have told my kids this. I'm like, no matter what, we just got to keep going. It doesn't matter. We just keep going. So tonight I'm sitting there and I'm the one crying. And my son's like, Mom, remember the donkey. I'm not even kidding. So tonight I'm not talking about how I can help you. I'm actually talking about how my son helped me to maintain a positive attitude in spite of everything that went wrong, in spite of all the things. And he's right. Okay, so I didn't get into that one contest, but you know what? There's going to be others. There's going to be all sorts of things. This is not the end all to be all. There was positive things that happened in today. There were things that I am so forever grateful for. A dear friend is fine, and there was a possibility that she was not going to be fine, and then she just rose up like a trooper and she's going to be fine. So when you think about things like that, little things like the tracker, the toe, all of the other stuff, the shots, the whatever happened is not significant. It's not as important as remembering to shake it off. And it made me grateful that my son is listening, that my kids are listening. It reminded me to be grateful for all the good things, for all the beautiful things. So when you think, and trust me, like after today that started yesterday, after all the things that happened today, just a total recap, there was a shot that went wrong. I broke my toe, it's just everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong today. All those things, I was still reminded to be grateful. And I could still sit here and honestly get on here with a smile and be like, I am grateful. I am grateful for the opportunity to be here and to be alive and to be with my friends. And I'm grateful for my kids and my friends and all of you who share this wonderful journey with me. It's sometimes you just gotta decompress and be like, it's gonna be okay, because sometimes life is not fun, even when you're grateful, or even when you have a positive attitude, or even when you're a happy person. So sometimes it's just not exactly the best funnest day in the whole world. Hey, Jeannie. I'm so glad you're watching. I'm so glad you're spending this evening with me. So I just wanted to get on there and tell you, sometimes the elephant in the room is not as big as we think. Just saying. And be grateful every day. Be grateful for all of it, for the good, for the not so great. Because in all of the bad stuff, I'm pretty sure there's something much better that's coming that is going to be amazing. So I'm going to cut out for tonight, and I'm going to go to bed because after a full 24 hours without sleep, I'm getting a little bit cuckoo. So, if you enjoyed this, please reach out to me because I have so many notes from this challenge that are teaching you ways that not only you could have a productive business, but also you can have an enjoyable life. You can have gratitude and be grateful and all of the good things. So reach out to me. I've got an entire 14 days with notes, and I just am wanting to share them with everybody I can. So have a great evening. Tomorrow's Saturday, and it's going to be so much better. And I love you all. I love you, Jeannie. And to all of you, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And, oh, by the way, that was another thing. My Facebook didn't work today. All of the things I needed to do, I had to wait until now, because I couldn't do them earlier because my Facebook, didn't matter what I tried to do, it just was like blocking me. So that was just another thing. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it frustrate you. Keep going. We got this. Good night.